All right, today we're talking about subtracting integers, and yesterday we looked at adding integers. And let me ask you this question here, and answer as honestly as you can. As you did your homework last night with adding integers, how many of you found it a little bit more difficult than you originally might have thought? You're like, oh, I thought it was easy, but it's actually harder than I thought. Okay, a few of you. So I wanted to make sure that you're going to get adding integers and apply that to subtracting integers because they're very similar. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go through a problem here that's actually addition. We're going to do 4 plus negative 4. Okay, so I just want to look at this problem here. Not subtraction yet, but like I said, addition is going to help us with our subtraction. So we're going to do 2 ways. I don't require you to do these ways on your homework, okay? I just want you to see it with the number line and the algebra math. So let's do it real quick with the number line, if you could draw that out. Yeah, I apologize. My voice is really out today. Okay, so you guys remember when we have 4 plus negative 4, where do we always start these problems at? At 0. Yes, at 0. So here, I'm at 0, and I have a positive 4, so where do I go from 0? I go to the right 4 spots, or 4 units. That's plus 4. All right, and I'm adding a negative 4, so where do I go from there? To the left 4 spots. And what do I end up, where do I end up at? And I'll put a box here so you guys can see it. I end up at 0. So what's 4 plus negative 4? It's 0, according to our number line here. All right, let's look at our algebra map. So give you some time to look at the number line. Number line, okay, you guys get how we do it. I'm not saying you have to do, but I hope you understand what we did there. All right, the number algebra map. All right, so we have 4 plus negative 4. So we start with our first number, which is positive 4. So I add 4 counters, 1, 2, 3, 4, onto that algebra map. And then what am I adding to the 4 positives? I'm adding 4 negatives. So I'm going to add the 4 negatives here on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The battle rages on. And what happens at the end of it all? They all die. Hey, they all pass away, okay? They all die. And what do we end up with? The value of the algebra map. It's equal to 0, which we just said was the answer to 4 plus negative 4. Okay, this lesson's on subtracting. So far, all we've done is add. Okay, this idea that's presented here with the 4 plus negative 4 is key to getting to the subtraction part. Okay, why? Because of this little thing. Additive inverses. Additive inverses. This is probably the key to the lesson. Additive inverses. Does anyone know what the relationship between positive 4 and negative 4 is? What's the relationship there? They're both 4s, so there are a couple things you can say about them. They're not both the same value, are they? But there's something about them.
They both have the same absolute value?
Okay, great. They both have the same absolute value. Negative 4 is 4 units from 0, and positive 4 is 4 units from 0. Good, great. Anything else about 4 and negative 4? We just saw a little fact about them. What happens when you add them together? What do you get? You get 0. So additive inverses are 2 numbers, and I'll move in just a moment, are 2 numbers that, when added together, equal 0. Okay, as you're writing that down, I need some help. Give me an integer, any integer. It has to be integer. Yes? That's
negative 4.
Okay, negative 4.
Wait, should I do a different one?
Yeah, do a different one.
Negative 6.
Okay, negative 6. What number is the additive inverse to negative 6? So what number do I add to negative 6 that, when added together, will get me 0? What's that number? Negative 6 and 6. So you know what we say about negative 6 and 6? They are additive inverses. Does that make sense? Okay, someone else give me an additive inverse pair. Give me the pair. Two numbers that are additive inverses to one another. Murphy? Integers.
-2 and +2.
-2 and +2. What happens when you add them together? You get 0. So that's nice. You guys know what additive inverses are then? Not too hard. You know what additive inverses are also known as? Simply opposites. Aren't they? They're just opposites of one another. So somebody give me a number. Yes?
7.
7. What's the opposite of 7? -7. And aren't -7 and +7 additive inverses? So opposite and additive inverses, they're the same thing. Okay, well, I'll use them interchangeably. That means sometimes I'll use this phrase, sometimes I'll use this word. Okay? All right. So you're like, okay, what's all that for? Let's actually get into subtraction. All right, let me give you a problem here. So we're into actual subtraction. Subtraction. But we're going to use that in just a moment. We're going to use all this stuff in just a moment. So subtraction. Let's do 3 minus 5. A common problem. One you'll get, I don't know, dozens of times this year. So one that you probably should know. All right, subtraction. 3 minus 5. Who knows what it's equal to? What's 3 minus 5? Chelsea? -2. How many of you knew it was -2? Okay. So most of us knew. But as I looked at that, I was thinking to myself, okay, but how'd you get it? So someone explain what they did. So what happened? Like, how'd you do that? Because I have no clue. I'm new to this. And so you explain it to me. Josh?
Well, you have 3 positives and 5 positives, subtracting them. Usually, so let's say you have 3 minus 3. That would be 0.
Okay, 3 minus 3 would be 0.
If you have 2 more than 3, 5, you'd have to get past 0 into the integers.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the number line idea. You start at 0, you go +3, and then you have to take away those 3 plus 2 more, and you'd end up at that -2. Okay, good. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
If there's a -5 there, and so you'd add the 3 to it, that would give you -2.
So you have a -5 plus 3, you're saying? That's interesting. Wait, but that's subtraction.
So you make this not negative.
Interesting. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, good thoughts. Good thoughts. And you're putting it all together. It's very logical what you're saying. You know what? I have a confession to make. Swivl, please record this. I'm not a fan of subtraction. Don't like it. Just don't like it. I wish everything were addition, right? Aren't addition problems easier than subtraction? Let's do it. Let us change this to addition, because I don't like dealing with subtraction. Okay, does anyone know how I can rewrite this problem right here, so this problem, as an addition problem? You could do that? Yeah, you could do that, because now we're not in arithmetic, we're in algebra. Okay, Chelsea?
3 plus -5.
What? 3 plus -5? Oh, hold on. Okay, let's just say for a second you're correct. Let's do the math. These are being added together now. And do you remember what the rule is when you have opposite signs? So what do? You subtract. What do you subtract? You do 5 minus 3, right? And what's that? It's 2. And then you keep the sign of the larger absolute value, which would be negative. So, oh, wow. That was a coincidence. Like it just happened to be that, right? Oh, we got -2 and -2. That happens by accident sometimes. Actually, what we're applying here is subtraction as adding the additive inverse. Okay, let me give you a little property of math. All right, let's go here with A minus B, okay? Is that something you saw 3 years ago, A minus B? You probably didn't see that very much, right? Okay, this is subtraction. You guys agree?
Yeah.
I want to change it to addition, so this is what I have to do. I'm going to keep the same first number. Nothing changed with A. A stays the same. Instead of subtracting, what did I want to do? I want it to add. But in order to add, I have to get the additive inverse of the second number. What's the additive inverse of b? Negative b. And these two are the same thing. So if you get anything out of this lesson, put your little fireworks here. That's what I want. Oh, wait. Okay. I want that. That's what I want. That's the whole point of the lesson. All subtraction problems can be rewritten as addition problems. In fact, I'm going to tell you this. Remember how I said I didn't like subtraction very much? I wish everything were addition? Slowly but surely, you will agree with me. You will change subtraction to addition, and you will like it. And when you get older in other classes with me next year or after that, you're going to remember me because I made you change subtraction to addition. You guys oh, sorry, Swivl, you got that? Whoa, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Okay. Uh-oh. Yes, that's deep, and that was coming out of here, so uh-oh. Please don't tell your parents. Let's do another problem here, see how this works out. Oh. -3 minus -2. Ouch. That could be kind of tricky. There are many ways, by the way, to work these out. This is not the only way we're going to work it out. But I do want to make sure that you understand that this subtraction problem needs to be, or could be rewritten as addition. And therefore, how do I do it? All right, so, Cole.
You could do -3 plus +2.
What? -3 plus 2. Let's see if it worked out. Ready, guys? Did I change the first number? No. Did I change it from subtraction to addition? Yes. In order to do that, what did I have to get of the second number? What do we call that? I had to get the additive inverse, which is also known as its opposite. So what's the opposite of -2? +2. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Fine. And then how do we add these two together? They're opposites. So what do we have to do in our mind? So what's 3 minus 2? 1. And then which one has a greater absolute value? -1. Dun, dun, dun. That's it. How many of you prefer addition over subtraction? Good. How many of you prefer subtraction over addition? Let me give you a little story. My first speech in college, freshman speech, we had to do a persuasive speech. I had to convince people about our argument. I'm not going to tell you what the topic was because it's very controversial. But what we did is we had to take a vote. You ask the question and people take a vote. Some people disagree, are neutral, or agree. And then you give your speech, and then they take a vote again. Maybe some people who agreed now are neutral, or neutral went to disagree. They moved around. Look what happened to Mr. A after his first freshman speech. They were kind of scattered. Most people disagreed with what I said to start off with. They disagreed. And then after the speech, you know what happened? More people disagreed than first. I was like, wait, is that how it's supposed to work? But you know what? There was one person that changed that was most important to me. My mom, no. But that would have been cool if she was there. She would be proud of me. The teacher who lived during the era of what I was speaking of, he says, you know what? I never saw it that way. I was like, nice. So, sorry, classmates. I'm looking for that teacher. No, the whole point is this. I'm trying to convince you of something. Some of you will agree with me. You'll be like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Some of you will be like, I guess you can go either way. And some of you might be like, no way, Mr. A. That sounds like a nice one. No way, Mr. A. And the thing is, I'm trying to convince you, and I have multiple opportunities to do so. So how many of you saw this turn into that? You're okay with turning it into this. And so can't this lesson be titled Subtracting Integers in parentheses, Adding Integers? Right? That's the whole point. Okay. Let's go to example number 1. Let's just do these real quick. And practice is going to help you out. Practice helps out everybody. Helps me out, helps you out. Solve each equation. And again, it's an equation because it has
An equal sign.
has an equal sign, which means I can solve. And I must put the what in my answer?
Variable.
the correct variable in my answer. All right, so m is what I'm trying to find out here. So really, this problem is saying, what does m equal? It equals 7 minus 12. So this is what I require. If you get this problem on your homework, this is what I want you to do. You need to write 7 minus 12 on your paper. Okay? You don't even have to write m on your paper right away. All I want is you to change it to addition and then get me the sum. Okay? That's all I want. So this is your next step. Change it to addition. Who can help me out? Sarah, back there. 7 plus negative 12. Do you guys agree? Okay. What would that be? Negative 5. Oh, man. It's like we learned this yesterday. Oh, wait. We did learn it. Okay. So is that my answer? Before I circle, is that my answer? No. What is it? M equals negative 5. Okay. Let me ask a deep question, and I'm going to pick on call on someone. The original problem was m equals 7 minus 12. We changed it to addition. We got negative 5. So, Rachel, is 7 minus 12 negative 5? Oh, you hesitated. What maybe caused you to hesitate?
Because I'm used to saying 12 minus 7 equals 5.
Okay, you're maybe used to seeing the bigger number minus the smaller one. Yep, we're used to seeing that very often. But here we switched it out. Some people think when I change it to addition, I change the problem. Did I really change the problem?
Yeah.
I changed the way it looks. And remember, we like addition. We had a vote. And I hope at the end I'll take a vote. I don't like addition anymore, Mr. A. I actually like subtraction. Please don't do that to me. It'll bring me flashbacks of my freshman speech class. Okay. Yeah, my mom was right. All right. It was cool. Mrs. A and I, when we got engaged, when I was a grad student, she was an undergrad, and we took the same class together. We got to take an undergrad class together. It was on speech. Mrs. A is very gifted at speech, but you know what? I'm also competitive. So we competed speech after speech. Not fighting, by the way. It's like words. And you know what happened? This is the epitome of our competition, right? I think it was like our third speech, and I got a 92. I was like, nice, nailed it. And Mrs. A got a 100. And then to add insult to injury, so that was like, oh man, that hurt. Oh man, I thought I did well. I did okay. She did great. The teacher the next class noticed that my wife wasn't there that day. He's like, where's your fiance? I'm like, oh, she's in the hospital. She's sick. She had something going on with her throat. And I think we had to change because the teacher got sick. So the lady, I think she was like, really? I didn't even notice she was sick yesterday. I was like, oh man, that hurts. The day she gave her speech, she was sick with a throat illness that took her to the hospital, and she still did better than me. And then I started coughing to save face. Yeah, I was sick too, so that's why I didn't do so well. No, I got on. So Mrs. A is a good speaker. I am not. Anyway. I'm really not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got to keep going. All right. Look at this problem right here, guys. Look at this problem right here. Yeah, too many flashbacks, too many memories. If I'm looking at this problem right here, I want to change it to addition. Josh, go ahead and do it. Close. 6 plus?
Positive.
Yeah, you do 6 plus the opposite of the second number, which is 11. Oh, wow, that's nice. What's 6 plus 11?
17.
So we get R or 17 equals R equals 17. Same thing. You can do it either way, right? You see that? Good. How many of you like dealing with this just like it is more than you like dealing with this? You'd rather do this than that. How many of you rather do this than that? Okay. Oh, man, I'm throwing, it's not good. I shouldn't ask anymore. Yeah, so you could deal with either one. But I told my last class, you guys, the other 7th graders, if you work it out, like just looking at this, you have to think of it this way. Like you can't get around it without thinking that, even for a split second, you have to go, oh yeah, that's what it really means, and I add. So you got to do it anyway, but you don't have to write it down, especially in the future. Yes?
So if you were to do 6 minus 11, negative 11, wouldn't it be like negative 7?
It would seem like it, wouldn't it? 6 minus negative 11, wouldn't it at least be negative? And it's not, and I'm going to show something with that algebra math that might help out, but it's not. It's actually 6 plus 11, plus 11. That's hard to think of, right? That's not an easy concept. Like, wait, okay. Y equals negative 3 minus negative 8. Oh man, this is the worst problem you can get. Negative minus negative. Huh? How does that even work? Change it to addition. Make life easier for yourself. Yes, ma'am?
Wait, so would you do negative 3 plus negative positive 8?
Yep. Each first number stays the same. Subtraction to addition. Additive inverse, positive 8. That's the problem. Oh, come on, that's cake, guys. What's negative 3 plus 8?
Oh, never mind.
Remember, they're opposites, so we subtract and then keep the sign of the larger. Just for emphasis, y equals positive 5. You guys see that? Practice, practice, practice. If you guys struggle with this, I better hear some questions during the homework, because you don't want to go after this lesson and say, yeah, I got it, yeah, got it, no problem. And then we go further on, and you're like, no, I didn't get it, I'm missing all of them. No, ask. Chelsea.
You don't have to put the times.
No, that's for emphasis so that you know what I'm thinking. Yeah, so you could just put y equals 5. Yes, ma'am.
Does the second number always change?
The second number changes. Very good. The number that's being subtracted. And I should say it clearly. The first number, and see, it's subtrahend minus minuend equals difference. So the minuend is always being changed. That's vocab. Like if I didn't use that vocab, it'd be very hard for me to explain it. The second number gets changed to make it this simple. Yes, ma'am.
For our homework, do we have to write it out as
Yes. Like that's all I want for today. When you get further on, you don't have to keep rewriting. You can do it in your head, but you need to think it through and I need to see it. Yep. Oh. All right, so here we go. Negative 9 minus 16 is x. So what do I do, Murphy?
you do negative 9 plus negative 16.
Negative 9 plus negative 16. Oh. They have the same sign. So you add the two absolute values together, and what do you get?
Negative 25.
You should get 25, and then it's going to be positive or negative. Well, they're both negative, so that's negative. And my final answer, x equals negative 25. You guys okay with those?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just do example number 4 because I want to make sure you get it with the variables. So example number 4, and then I'll let you go. Example 4. 5a minus 13a. 5a minus 13a. Okay, you guys see that one? So you're like, uh-oh, variable time. Okay, you first ask, are these like terms? Yes. So can I combine them? Yes. So I'm trying to combine these two together, but it's subtraction, Mr. A. I know how to combine addition, but I don't know how to combine subtraction. Make it subtraction. Or sorry, wow. Make it addition. Okay. So who can make this addition? Yes, I see that hand, Scout.
You keep the 5a,
5a stays the same.
then you change the minus sign to addition.
Okay, so plus.
Then you make 13, negative 15.
Oh, so the same thing I did with the numbers, right? Same thing. So what's 5a plus negative 13a? It's going to be 8 with which sign? Negative, and then the a goes with it. Negative 8a. You guys see how that works? Okay. This is just a lot of drilling of the same type of problem. Yes, sir.
What would be faster, like that method, or thinking like, well, how many is 5 away from 13? So I'm subtracting that in your head. 18, but we're doing negative, so then negative 8.
Yes. So, and I like your method because of how you're thinking it through, which is good. I just want to see this process, and then after this lesson, you could do it your way. I want to see this. So you write the problem down, you write the addition, get your answer. If you need more space for more work, fine. But I want to see these 3 steps. Do you guys understand? Okay, good. All right, your homework tonight. Oh my. Can this be? 23. All the way through 37.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swivl.